So after uh, examining the YouTube guidelines about monetization, I came to the conclusion that I need to make a whole bunch of short films. I guess they're supposed to be less than a minute because that's what I'm lacking in order to do monetization on my YouTube channel. But before that, I also examined the data that I have to figure out how to do my own personal branding. And so, what I'm going to do is the early 60s youth culture in Great Britain, specifically London, the 1964 clashes between the mods and the rockers. I'm researching the American origins of that. So I'm examining and I already have my whole life, so I don't really have to do the research now. um, my my mother's side of the family, they all lived in Michigan by Detroit before we moved out to California. And when I was in high school, it was the mod and ska revival time in the early '80s, and when all that was happening, I was playing the trombone in the jazz band, school jazz band, and so ever since then, I was and especially at that time, I was a huge fan, and I was trying to emulate Rico Rodriguez, the way that he plays the trombone, because he was playing trombone with the Specials then. But he was the in the kind of the proto ska band, Clue J and the Blues Blasters. And after that time, I didn't play trombone that much, but I followed it, and I bought all of the Studio One and Trojan Record box sets to listen to every single ska song, especially ones that featured Rico Rodriguez. So I'm going to play those, but I'm going to play them on the guitar right now and then later play them on the trombone. After I buy the kind of trombone that I need, a tenor trombone. Um, but in the meantime, yeah, because of that, I actually I actually dressed like a mod when I was like a senior in high school and also a freshman in college too. I was still dressing like a mod because I was so into it. But yeah, and then Detroit, that's like where all the Motown came from that everyone latched onto. And also like Memphis Stax music as well. So I'm not only researching that, but I'm going to cover those songs and actually play those songs on guitar. Um, Starting in 1963, and I'm going to spend a good long amount of time on 1963, which is well before the thick of it, because I'm interested in the origins, and so some of the origins go back even further, than 1963. So I'm going to examine every single piece of evidence I can and report that here, which I think is going to be something that I don't know if anyone has tried to do this from the same kind of perspective that I have. So it will bound to be interesting, I think.